It's working. Sure.
Welcome everyone. Nice to see you all here. Welcome everyone online. Nice to see you also. We have with us tonight Philip, which is a great treat.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. Welcome.
So tonight we've got a nice talk of Shri Mataji, who's the founder of this method of yoga where we spontaneously get into thoughtless awareness. And before that, we'll, if there's any of you online who are new tonight, I think all of us here are not new, we'll catch you all up and we'll go through getting the kickstart to get into meditation. So the first time we do that, we just take our attention inside and start the process off, but not to talk too much about it. Philip, do you want to maybe take us through that process?
Mm-hmm.
So we do have this map here, but a nice analogy is that if you are going to travel somewhere, you know, it's good reading the maps and seeing where you're going, but sometimes you just have to go there.
Is there new people online?
Oh, anyone new online tonight? Well, not on Zoom anyway, but yeah, it might be later. Okay. So maybe we can just talk a little bit about the qualities of thoughtless awareness.
Okay.
You've got some nice quotes there.
I've got some.
Have a look.
The beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga, which Shri Mataji started in 1970, is it relates to many areas of spirituality over a long, long period of time. I've just got a couple of quotes here to, you were saying before about thoughtless awareness. This has been stated in more ways than one over a long, long period of time. The word meditation is from the Latin meditatum, which means to ponder. And I have a lovely quote here from the Chai meditation. It says...
What meditation was it? So
I think I pronounced it right. Z-H-I.
okay. So it's a form of
says,
Buddhism or something, isn't it?
It's the cessation of all thoughts and mental activity. And this is what Sahaja Yoga is. It's a thoughtless awareness. When the Kundalini awakens within us, it gives us the ability. And another quote from the Bible, from the Revelations, when the Lamb opened the seventh seal, which is this chakra here, you can see it on the chart, the Agya chakra, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. So all of these quotes, another one from Sufi tradition, says to go into the greatest depth of silence, which transcends all forms and sounds, and to enjoy the union with the beloved. So once again, the depth of silence. And there's a lovely quote here from Buddha which says, "It is beyond the reach of words. It is neither mind nor intelligence." And he says also, "It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." And this is a beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga, that within all of us, doesn't matter where you're from, if you're a human being, you have in your sacrum bone an energy that needs to rise up to give you the experience. As we have this awareness within us, like sight, it's there spontaneously, smell, touch, all there, part of the central nervous system. This is another extension of us as we evolve, and it's what we need to go to really find ourselves. And Shri Mataji does this through Sahaja Yoga, is this awakening of this energy to take us into that silence, which gives us the present, the moment. As human beings, we think a lot past, what has happened, or future, what we think is going to happen. So the mind's busy in those areas. And what this does is gives a third dimension within us, which is part of the evolutionary process to show us things, and has to happen within, that gives us the nirvichara, which is a Sanskrit word for thoughtless awareness. And it's there for us to have, once the awakening happens within us, we meditate each day, this develops within us, it grows more and more your attention is in the moment. Because thinking about the past too much, well, it's gone. Projecting ourselves into the future may not happen. We've still got that ability to do that. We need to do it occasionally. But the beautiful thing that through Sahaja Yoga you can have is the fact that you are in the moment. The mind's not bothering us. And most of our problems come from our thinking. All the isms and problems of today are from too much thinking. And in the evolutionary sense, we are to be in that silence to give us our spirit, our real meaning. It's like a step along the way which evolution has given. And it's there, thankfully, through Shri Mataji introducing it to the world in 1970.
And it's not just the idea of it, or the thinking of it, or us talking about it.
No.
It's like you're going to do a workshop or going to do a house renovation or whatever.
Pay for it.
And you all sit down and talk about all the things you've got to do. We've got to do this and we've got to do that. We've got to do that. And somebody should do this and somebody should, but you don't actually do it. So at some point you have to down the discussion, actually stop the chitter and chatter and actually do it.
Do it. And the beautiful thing too is that everything we have within inside ourselves was given to us by the Creator. What can we lay claim to? So in the end, that creational force must have, as part of the plan, for the humans to reach something. We can call it heaven, paradise, utopia. It's all been spoken about, but it sounds pretty dreamy, but it's a fact that it is there for us and it's internal, it has to be internal. As a human being, this is what is due to you because that's the whole purpose. We're not meant to be fighting each other or all the silly stuff going on. We're meant to reach a greater goal.
And it's not really PC to say it, that it's a feeling of love for mankind in general and
sounds
for yourself.
mushy, but it's true.
Yes, and then that makes you feel joyful.
Yeah.
And as unfavourable as it is to talk about, it's what you feel. And once you feel a little bit of it, each time you go into that state, you feel a bit more. So
and it's for you to acknowledge, for you to feel. And usually when I talk about Sahaja Yoga, when I was introduced to it, I wanted to deny it and I called it a sort of a package deal. But I said, okay, I'll give it a go. Sat down, I felt silent.
Yeah.
I went, oh, this is really nice. And then you follow it up and let it grow and develop, and you actually find out there's something greater within you. It may sound dreamy, but it's a point. And this is a beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga. It's there for you to find out. It's there for you to feel and develop.
And the lovely thing is that there is a dreamy thing you can get into, as opposed to fighting and arguments.
Yeah. Well, it's called silence.
Yeah.
But it's there for everyone. This is the great thing about what Shri Mataji has introduced. It's there, it's free, and everyone has the ability to find it. And it's inside ourselves, like our awareness, all our awareness and feelings comes from within on the subtle system. And there's an extra step on that subtle system we need to take, which is the awakening and the yoga through the energy rising through the top. That's the union, that's the yoga or second birth, whatever you like to call it.
And identifying with your spirit.
Yeah, identify with the spirit, yeah. Spirit has got a lot of connotation.
I know,
In the end, it's a silent, indestructible joy, which is actually in the atmosphere and also in our heart. It's silent, it's not loud or anything like that, but it's just there, permanent. But it's in our heart, yeah. But the thing is, it sounds like, as I said before, it sounds good. I remember when I first came, then I felt it and I thought, oh, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's there to feel. That's the big judgment for ourselves.
Yeah.
Whether we feel it within ourselves. It is subtle, and all my request is for those who have felt it and are going to feel it, if you feel even the slightest little bit, give it its chance to work within you, because you'll find the beauty of it. And that's the great thing about this. It is there, and you can let it grow and develop, and you'll find the changes that it gives you are more than you ever expected.
And those of you who've been continuing to practice it every day, you've been feeling, Jo, how have you been feeling?
It's good, getting better actually.
Yeah.
Able to feel a bit different day by day.
Excellent.
Definitely different to when I first started.
So there you go.
There we are.
Living proof.
Other verification, yeah. But you have to be the scientist, as Shri Mataji said, is the scientist deals with experimenting with yourself, with this case, and the proof is there for you to feel through that search, through that study, yeah, by working with it, yeah.
And what, Dilip, how have you been feeling?
As I said last week, so now I'm more sensitive.
Yeah.
I can feel what's going on.
So you got that collective of your self-consciousness that we were talking about last week,
Yes.
which is nice.
Yes.
So there's been an interesting study they were talking about on ABC radio that they were correlating an orchestra and their heartbeat and their breathing. And when they're playing one piece together and they're all focused on it, everybody's heartbeat and breath became one. So that that idea of collectivity, you do know it in when you're doing something together. Same when you're probably playing a game together, everybody gets on the same wavelength, and you get that collective feeling. So that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. And in the end, we do have to be collective and united. We've been made to do that with each other on the world stage, because that's what the goal is, not fighting.
Yeah, so that everybody's swimming in the same stream. Should we go through the self-realization where we connect everybody up who's new? Hi, just joining us for the first time tonight?
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm Lynn and this is Philip. Got a few people online and we'll introduce you to everyone later as well. What was your name?
My name is Arjun.
Arjun, welcome Arjun. So we'll just go through the first meditation where we all get connected up together, and then we'll have another meditation, a deeper one, and have an excerpt of a talk of the founder of this meditation, which we've got lots of interesting talks to listen to. So this one in particular, she's talking about the quality of thoughtless awareness. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to become thoughtless. So shall we do it, Philip?
Okay.
Do you want to take us through that?
Oh, thank you. Open our
Just
hands.
follow along, Arjun.
Follow along.
And all of you online too.
And by doing this, we express the desire to feel it. As we're expressing our desire and remembering that this energy is there, waiting for it to occur, and wants to give it to us. It's spontaneous, it's Sahaja. Open our hands on our lap. And what we're going to do is place our right hand, leaving our left hand open, placing the right hand on various areas. There's the heart, working on our side of desire, the left side. We go down to here, then to where the leg joins the body. Then we come up again, up to the heart, up to here, to the back of the head, to the front of the head, and to our crown, our Sahasrara, fontanelle area, there. And in each of these points, we take an affirmation, which is the part of the quality of the chakra that is there. And by doing this, we enhance that quality, allowing the Kundalini to move up through. We're asking it to rise, because that's why she's there. She's a mothering energy, and she's there waiting for this moment to give this to us. Let's close our eyes. Place our right hand on our heart. And in our heart, there's a particular quality. It's the spirit. And this is what we really are, is our spirit, which is the quality of that silent joy reflected in our heartbeat. We can ask the question, am I the spirit? Because this is what we need to find out. Am I the spirit? Take that right hand down to the left-hand side of our navel. And here we ask the question, am I my own teacher? Am I my own master or guru? Because we've got to know ourselves. By understanding our subtle system, we can be that. Take that right hand down to where the leg joins onto the body, and we ask the question here, am I the pure knowledge? That knowledge which is useful for my well-being. Am I the true knowledge? We can affirm that by saying, I am the true knowledge. Because we are. It's what we have to discover about ourselves. I am the true knowledge. Take that right hand back to the left-hand side of the navel. And here we can affirm the fact that I am my own teacher. And as we understand that pure knowledge and our own subtle system, we can become our own teacher. We understand ourselves from the inside. I am my own teacher. Take our right hand back to our heart, the left-hand side. That heartbeat reflects that eternal energy which is in us and all around. That greater being is reflected here. And that's our spirit. We're not the past, we're not the future, we're not our conditionings or our ego. We are the spirit. We can say and affirm, I am the spirit. Take that right hand up to the shoulder where it joins onto the neck. This is an area called the Vishuddhi. It's a chakra, and it's got to do with the way we face the world and see things and feel things. And if we're feeling guilty about anything that we may have done, we just say to ourselves, I am not guilty. Because guilt can hold us down. It's not saying we should be blasé or don't care about what we've done, but guilt can hold us down. We can say, I am not guilty. Because the past has gone. I am not guilty. Take that right hand to the back of the head. This is where our superego sits. It's our past, all recorded, That's why we have memory. And here we forgive ourselves, which is part of the guilt thing. I forgive myself for anything that I've done wrong against myself or others. It's like letting go in the past. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Take that right hand to our forehead across. This is where our ego sits, the human ego. And here, one of the great things to help the ego come into adjustment and make us level with each other is by forgiving everyone. I forgive everyone. And please make me a forgiving person. Probably one of our greatest qualities. Often a bit of a test, but in the end, I forgive. I forgive. Now take that right hand to the top, place it on the crown chakra. This is called the fontanelle. That word means small fountain. It's our sahasrara, or our halo, our crown. This is where we ask for our yoga. We ask for our self-realization, our second birth. Various names meaning the same thing. We're asking for the Kundalini to move through this area to give us union, give us a yoga. Please give me my self-realization. We humbly ask for that. You can lift the hand just slightly above the head to see if you feel a cool breeze there. And also be aware of how you are feeling at this moment. You might find that the mind has become quieter through that action. You can also try with your left hand above the head. But be aware of how you're feeling. At the same time, you may be feeling in your hands a breeze, a breath, a pneuma. This was also spoken of for centuries, about the breath we would feel at the time of resurrection. Just keep our attention on the top of our head, just for a moment or so.
Do you want a bit of music as well, Philip? A little bit of flute?
Sorry?
Do you want a bit of music, sorry?
Oh yeah, a little bit of music, yeah, it always helps, yeah. Some gentle music, flute. And see if you can listen to the music above your head, from the top of your head. It's interesting how that can occur, because that's been opened now.
That was so nice. It was hard to stop, Philip. Interesting fact about the ragas in Indian classical music. Different ragas resonate with different chakras. I think that one was the raga for Agya or for Sahasrara. Oh, that was the one for Sahasrara. Did feel like that.
Take
Sorry.
our right hand And just lift our Kundalini, because it does respond to this. It's intelligent. Just feel if it's stronger up the top, because we've allowed it to grow and flourish. Probably find it's cooler.
How's it feeling, Arjun? Feeling?
Yeah.
Is, should we do the raising of the Kundalini and the Bandhan? So this is the shortcut now of how to raise your Kundalini up to the Sahasrara and how you can practice it at home in the days in between coming for the sessions. So to do what we've just done with Philip, we just use our hands so then we don't have to think about it. So our left hand raises up and the right one winds around. So we'll go up 3 times, so the 3 channels we have, and we tie a 1 knot. We'll do it a second time. And really with your attention on your hands while you're doing it. 2 knots. And then the 3rd time, so those 3 channels being the past, the present, and the future. And we're going to tie them all together with 3 knots. So we really want to keep our attention up there and not down here. And then the last lovely thing we do is we put all those lovely vibrations we're starting to feel, we protect ourselves by going over and back, you know, sort of a rainbow over and back 7 times. That's 1 for each chakra. So last week we had Florian letting us know how he does it is he mentions each of the chakras as he goes. But as we don't all know the chakras, we'll just count 7 of them. And I'll just assume it's 7 once you all get to 7. Looks like we've got to 7. And then just see, it really increases the vibe. You can feel it. Can you feel that? Pretty? So that's how we finish our meditation, and that's how we start our meditation as well. So if you're practicing at home, that's what you do. And then just sit for 5 minutes or, you know, play a short 10-minute meditation. Because doing it every day, it's when you get that little spark of silence. Do it every day, you get another little spark and it gets longer. And you feel good longer. So everyone wants that, right? Feel good longer. So I digress. We've got a lovely excerpt to listen to. And then after that, we'll go into another meditation where we'll try and bring ourselves a little deeper. So should we do that? Listen to the excerpt?
Yep.
Very interesting. Yep. Vichara Shaitilya, which means relaxation of the thought. Everybody wants to relax their thoughts. I'll just get out of the way for you. Oops, I'll try not to... Can everyone see?
Now we are trying to transform our energies towards the energy of the spirit. So you have to allow the spirit to take over. Your effort of your mind should be reduced and the energy of the spirit should work through you. Now how do you do it? First is detachment. Detachment. Detachment start with the thought. Let us see the thought. It's called as Vichara Shaitilya, relaxation of the thought. But still this mind, which is quite silly, tries to impress upon you that you have to use the old junky instrument of this mind. And it asserts that better use. And when you start using that, ego comes in, you get attached to it. And what you lose is your progress, and thus the joy is minimized. How do you detach yourself? For a person who is absolutely detached, it's very difficult to explain how to detach, isn't it? I'll try. Now, I cannot get attached, that's the problem is. So just now, if you give up your satta, your own domain, you get into the domain of your spirit. You give up your domain, that is your ego's domain, or maybe your superego's domain. You give up that and try to see things how it works out. Now, what is the testing point of it? How do you test it? It works out. That's the point of testing. It works out. Allow it to work out. Don't put your attention. Attention has the second part of it, the tension. And don't try to say, why not today? It should have happened today. We expected it to happen. Why not at this moment? That's your ego. Thy will be done. So the thought that starts moving in our mind all the time, which creates tensions, is not the thought of the spirit. So, what you should say? Not this thought. Not this thought. Yan neti neti vachanai nigamo avochus. Not this thought, not this thought, not this thought. And see how you relax. Now you are relaxing. Not this thought, not this thought. Just go on refusing, accepting any thought. So you go into nirvichara. In that state, you feel the spirit. Christ has done the greatest work on this, I should say, but we do not understand because his life was like a micro thing. See, in 3 years. So we have to open it out a little bit and see what he did. He has given us the greatest weapon of forgiveness. When you forgive a person, what do? You accept the situation to begin with. And secondly, you forgive what you think has been done wrong to you. But because nothing can be done wrong to your spirit, you just forgive because you are the spirit. And when you forgive, you have found that your tension goes away. So even to your thoughts, if you say, all right, forgive this thought, because thought is also not to be punished. Forgive this thought, forgive everything. Not forget, forgive. Because then you will even forget that you are the spirit. But forgive all the thoughts that are coming to me. Just go on saying this is a mantra. What is a mantra? Is that power of the word that expresses spirit. So this is a very important thing Christ has given us, the weapon of forgiveness. Everybody has that weapon. Everyone can use that weapon. You don't have to put in any effort for it. You don't have to pay for it. It's just you have to say, I forgive. You will be amazed, your nerves will soothe down. This tension, this pressure of these modern things will be reduced if you go on saying, I forgive them. For example, you go and see some sort of a, I mean, if you happen suddenly to see something very filthy according to the spirit, maybe it is very exciting according to normal human beings, but we are abnormal people. And for us, if we find it rather ugly, then the best thing is to get over is to say, I forgive. Because they are ignorant. They are blind. They are not yet there where I am. I am the one who is at the source of enjoyment, at the source of peace, and while these are not, so I forgive. And you'll be amazed that this forgiveness that Christ gives works out. Vichara Shaithilya is the relaxation of the thought. Now this opposite movement that you have to move, first of all, should start at this point today from forgiving others. Now what happens when you forgive someone? That means you do not react. The power to react to somebody's injuries, insults, is finished. And when that power is finished, you become a powerful person. Because nobody can now overpower you. Because nobody can kill you. Nobody can hurt you. Nobody can do anything to you. But it is not, again, I'll say, shamelessness. You see, people can think that it is shamelessness. So, if somebody says to you something harsh and something that is wrong, you do not accept it. So, in Sahaja Yoga, one has to understand that it is just the central path, is just the balancing thing which is important. Is not an extreme of anything. Like when we go to say that you must forgive everyone, is not going to that extreme where you have done some wrong and somebody says to you, you don't take that part of it. It doesn't mean that. Again, discretion is the engine of your movement. So you have to see that if they have said it, something like that, is it, have I gone against the spirit? It's a very thin road on which you have to walk. One side is the huge big Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar of your ego. The another side is a superego. In between is a small discretion path going, on which you have to see both the sides. Whether you are hitting yourself with the rock of Gibraltar or falling into the valley of superego, you should see that you are using your discretion.
So let's just go into more of meditation. So just absorb those words from the talk. Just closing your eyes, just go inside. Let's try and do a little balancing. So let's clear off that valley of superego. So that's the left side. That's the past, our emotions, our desires. And that's our left hand, the one we're going to clear, is open on our lap. And the right hand we'll put on the earth or towards the earth. So these elements help us to clear these channels and the imbalance. We might have gone too emotional about something. We can't forget something from the past. So let's just bring ourselves back into the central path. So keeping attention on the top of our head, up there where we were meditating earlier. And just let our own Kundalini energy do the work of clearing off our left side. So again, as Shri Mataji was saying, any thoughts are coming, you can say, not this thought. If your attention wanders to something you've got to do later, not this thought. And then just take it back up to the crown of your head, where you asked for your realization. So you might notice the left hand that's open in your lap starts to feel cooler or warmer. If it was feeling too cold, it might get a little warmer. If it was feeling warm, it'll cool down. Now we can clear our right side, our ego side. So we've got our right hand then open on our lap, and the left one we bend it at the elbow. So the fingers are pointing up, palm is facing behind you. We're asking our mother in Kundalini energy, Mother, please clear out all the overthinking, the planning, the overthinking. Bring me back into the present central path. So you might notice that right hand on your lap. It might have been feeling a bit hot. And as you do this exercise, it starts to cool down a bit. Let's keep now that left hand on our lap. Two hands are open on our lap. Just with our right hand, as Philip was showing us before, just raise up the energy through your central channel and just touching on the Sahasrara, that crown chakra at the top of your head. And raise it up and see if you can feel that flow. Do it a couple more times. Pushing down on the top of your head, then lifting the hand. One more time. So you're trying to keep your attention up there where your hand was. And at the same time, any thoughts are coming, not this thought. I forgive all the thoughts. Let's say that affirmation that Philip gave us before, our right hand on our heart, on the left side there, and that lovely affirmation that I am the pure spirit. So just say that a few times. Still your attention is on top of your head, but here at your heart, you're affirming that I am the pure spirit. Just say that a few times to yourself. I am the pure spirit. Let's just take our hand to the center of our neck. And so this is where we said on the left side, I'm not guilty, but here in the center, we're asking our Mother Kundalini, the divine energy all around, please give me the quality of witnessing the drama of life. Let's come up to the forehead again. So you're just tipping the forehead into the palm of your hand, holding it quite firmly. And here this center is freed and cleared up by forgiving. I forgive everyone, including myself. Say that a few times from your heart. I forgive everyone, including myself. And let's come up to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara, the 1,000 nerves. And pushing down the center of the palm onto the center of the top of your head, just rotating it a bit. Clockwise motion, as we did earlier. And then raising the hand. Just try and feel that flow. Very subtle. And keeping your attention there, bring both hands open on your lap. And let's again try to listen to the music. That lovely raga for the Sahasrara chakra. And of course, any thoughts, not this thought, not this thought. You can even raise up your energy through the central channel. You find your mind wandering. And again, touch the top of your head. Bring your hand up. Just slowly opening your eyes. That was lovely. We got there in the end, didn't we? So to conclude our meditation, we'll do the same thing that we just did with our hands, raising our kundalini, placing ourselves into bandhan. So let's do that. 2 knots, and then 3. And then the bandhan, we call it, when we do the over and back for each chakra, 7 times over and back.
Once again, check above your head. You find it'll be stronger.
Oh, yeah.
And try the person next to you above their head. See if you can feel on another person.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely a cool breeze when it's clear.
How'd you go, Arjun?
As a fountain.
Feeling good? Well done. How's everyone online going? Feel free to ask any questions, share anything if you feel like, if you're on Zoom, obviously. We do love a good question, so feel free. Anyone on the floor have a question? Arjun, got any questions? Feel free.
Not at the moment.
No, that's all right. You're thoughtless.
It's
Very impressive. Pretty, I'm sure you've got a question. No? Everybody's thoughtless. So that's a good. Oh, excellent, Joe. Go for it.
How for your feet to feel cold for the feet?
To be cold.
Or am I just really cold because of the weather?
The feet also.
Actually, yes, the feet do have all the chakras. So all the chakras are on your hands, but they're also on your feet. So I think it's the same. The toes are the same as the fingers, except for the middle toe.
The
thummy toe is the middle one.
Does
That makes sense. They swap over. These two swap over on the feet.
So you'll notice sometimes a tingling sensation in your feet as well. Yeah, it's just not going.
So the good thing is we've got techniques for making ourselves better people. So, you know, we may go to the right, to the left. We all do. We have to use our right and left. But we use we're using the earth to clear away things left and right. But we also use the water and the salt and foot soak we talk about. So, Joe, you know about foot soaking, but Arjun will keep you apprised of what foot soaking is. Also, everyone online probably are aware of foot soaking. We have done it in here. We may do.
Very good for right side, the water.
That's true.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the main thing. It lets the right side become cooler.
So, yes, and so if you were feeling lefty-sided, you're feeling sad about something, so then you want to get the candle happening more. So you want to heat yourself up a bit, or go ride a bicycle or something. And the foot soak, which we will, maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll do one and let everyone know. We've got buckets here for everyone here, so it's just come. We'll give you a bucket. But everyone online will let you know, and you can have one prepared for yourself, maybe in 2 weeks. Have we got a question? Very thoughtless tonight. That sounds nice. Carol? Thank you, Carol. That was good. Very thoughtless tonight.
It was very meditative.
It was very meditative. We really got there.
That's the secret.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
music plays quite a strong part sometimes.
It does.
Days.
So, yeah, so the different ragas resonate with the different chakras. So that was the Sahasrara chakra. So it worked a treat.
We just
I guess
do it
we'll-
each day. Let it
A little
grow.
bit each day
That's-
makes
You don't want to nag
big
too much,
difference in
but
life.
that's the secret. Each day,
So, yeah.
and let it develop.
Because the thing is, if you do it, say, tonight, and then next week you think, oh, I've got something else to do. You know, the weeks pass and then you kind of lose that feeling.
Each day.
So it's good to kind of get on it straight away and
Like
grow
brushing your
it.
teeth each day.
Yes.
Like,
You have meditation. Yeah.
all right, so we'll say goodnight to everyone online if we've not got any more sharings, and look forward to seeing you next week, and let us know how your meditation's going during the week also.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you,
It was
Liz.
very nice. And thanks everyone for joining. It was very nice meditating with you all tonight. It was very nice. Thank you to Vara for taking, and to Chaitanya.
Calm, peaceful, world so joyful, no trouble, no sorrow, everything's one. Cool fountains, clear and blue, rising high up the air. Life so great for me and you, happiness everywhere, like heaven. Like heaven. The sun shining, gleams touch my heart, the rain falling. In this world I am a part, no more thoughts in my mind, nothing to bother. Deep feelings, oh so kind, coming from Mother Earth, like heaven. Like heaven. Feel the world around of me is made of pure vibration. I feel the pulse of life inside my heart. The whole of me is drenched in love, dissolving in vibration. I feel the pulse of life inside my